Rick Santoro. Hello, Richard Santoro. I'm Ricky, and I am the king!
You gotta admit, there are a lot of strange things associated with the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Not the least of which is the storyline for the 1998 movie Snake Eyes, starring Nicolas Cage. I guess we could start with the favored triangle hand sign all these people love to display. The subtitle for the Snake Eyes movie poster is "Believe Everything Except Your Eyes." The story centers around a high-profile boxing match that takes place in Trump's Taj Mahal in Atlantic City on September 19th. Now, a lot of people out there are saying this is September 10th, but if you slow the movie down, you can see that it's the 19th. But we're going to get back to that in a second. The underdog in this boxing match is Lincoln Tyler, who has the nickname the Executioner. Tyler, who's in debt to the casino owned by Trump, throws the fight to create a distraction for the successful assassination of U.S. Defense Secretary Charles Kirkland. Of all places on his body, the sniper shoots Charles Kirkland in the neck. The assassin turns out to be a Navy officer who's protecting a lucrative but faulty missile defense system deal for a corrupt defense contractor. Turns out Charles Kirkland was about to expose the system's flaws, and he had to be eliminated. Now, another piece to this that a lot of people aren't talking about is the fact that there's a hurricane in the movie that serves as a significant atmospheric plot device which enhances the tension and chaos of the story. The name of the hurricane is Jezebel. Now, the similarities and parallels are obvious. Charles Kirkland sounds a lot like Charlie Kirk. Both Charles Kirkland and Charlie Kirk were shot in the neck. The assassination of Charles Kirkland took place on September 19th. 9 + 1 is 10, and Charlie Kirk was assassinated on September 10th. The boxing match was promoted by and took place in Donald Trump's casino and featured a fighter who was an underdog. Charlie Kirk, who was known as a fighter for freedom, was an underdog on liberal campuses. He was also known for verbal matches of ideas and lived his political life promoting none other than Donald Trump. Now, the movie's called Snake Eyes, and Trump made it very clear that you knew damn well that he was a snake before you took him in.
You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
Lincoln Tyler, the Executioner, threw the fight as a distraction for the assassination. And it sure looks like Tyler Robinson is currently serving as a distraction for Charlie Kirk's real assassin. Just as Charles Kirkland was about to expose defense contractor corruption, Charlie Kirk was becoming increasingly critical of Israel, who we supply with a lot of defense contractor hardware.
If Bibi Netanyahu, if he does something I don't like, and if I criticize it, am I like a bad Christian?
Absolutely not.
What I find strange is that we're able to criticize the American government sometimes in the Christian world with more freedom than the Israeli government. To be pro-Israel means you believe in the nation of Israel, not necessarily the government of Israel. You're a bad Christian if you have a question about a foreign government.
Right.
That creates backlash that I don't think people understand.
And just as a hurricane loomed throughout the movie Snake Eyes, 2 weeks before the assassination of the leader of Turning Point USA, a leftist website of witches was said to have placed a curse on Charlie Kirk. The name of the group is Jezebel.
I learned when I was out in Arizona last week that 2 weeks before Charlie Kirk was assassinated, the far-left website Jezebel declared that it had a mission to cast bad luck or a curse on Charlie. They wanted to hurt him in some way. They declared, quote, if the far-right misogynist with a bad haircut wants to villainize independent women, Jezebel is more than happy to be the hag of his nightmares. And they went on to the website Etsy, yes, Etsy, to, quote, cast a curse on him. The website, known for making arts and crafts on demand, will happily cast a hex through its witches, who you can hire, on someone if you ask them to. Erica and Charlie Kirk heard about these curses, and that news genuinely rattled Erica in particular. She knew Christian teaching on the subject. She loved Charlie, absolutely. And she was scared when she heard of the curses Jezebel had called up. So much so that she and Charlie contacted a friend who I believe she said was a Catholic priest, but definitely a friend, and asked him to come over and pray with them over Charlie the night before he was murdered. She eventually worked it through, and so did Charlie. That, as she later told me, weapons will form but not prosper.
And to add to the insanity and symbolism of these seemingly coincidental events, Charlie Kirk was shot at the centerpiece of what looks exactly like a 9-candle menorah. The candle in the center of the menorah, often called the shamash, meaning servant or helper in Hebrew, serves a special role. In a traditional Hanukkah menorah, which has 9 branches, the shamash is typically elevated or set apart from the other 8 candles. It's lit first and used to kindle the other candles on each night of Hanukkah, symbolizing its role as the helper candle. The shamash does not count among the 8 candles that represent the 8 days of Hanukkah, which is supposed to commemorate the miracle of the oil lasting 8 days in the rededication of the Second Temple. Instead, this middle candle facilitates the ritual by providing the flame to light the others, ensuring the menorah's light is used for illumination and not for practical purposes, in keeping with Jewish law. Charlie lived his political life promoting Old Snake Eyes.
Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake.
My question to you is, do you think all this symbolism is just meaningless? Is it accidental? Are movies like Snake Eyes coincidental? When they openly took out a guy wearing a freedom shirt, were they really trying to send a message to all Americans? Does anybody really think all these wealthy globalist elites are on our side? Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you want to support this channel, you can do it for absolutely free. Just like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification icon. Remember, freedom is dangerous. It's scary. It's unpredictable. But the only thing more dangerous, scary, and unpredictable is not having freedom. I will see you in the next video.